Everybody, Eddie J on crypto here. Hope you're having a great day. A lot of things to talk about, so let's just hit the news right now. You've got the IRS is not going to take taxes or may not take taxes based on your staking. A couple has won a court case right now, and the IRS is going to return their money along with interest. That's actually a big deal. It doesn't set precedent quite yet, but the couple does plan on taking it a step further, so it does set precedent since there are no real rules and regulations around staking. And what I mean is, you take your coin, you put it someplace. Technically, you're giving that coin away. You've now sold it. So you could say that you sold it, you've got a gain or whatever. So they want to take it a step beyond because, hey, look, listen, I haven't realized any gains, so why am I being taxed on what I have staked? So there you go. So that's actually really big news. There is a malware package that's actually hitting. It's targeting MetaMask and 40 other wallets. So be mindful of your wallets. You might want to check that out. Um, I happen to use I happen to use MetaMask. It's also targeting Coinbase Wallet, not Coinbase, but Coinbase Wallet. So that's a big deal. That's something else to think about. Um, the only thing I can say is be careful. I know I'm going through all of my wallets to make sure that everything is tightened up. Um, Wherever you can, always have two-factor authentication turned on. Keep your keys safe, all that good stuff, and be mindful of where you're downloading software. Like, keep it to a minimum. So on this machine, I don't on any machine where I'm doing crypto, I don't muck around downloading things from different sites. So think about file sharing sites, things like that. I don't download. Somebody sends me a link, I don't click it. Why? Because I just don't trust links. I might mouse over a link to see where it's actually going. Sometimes, phishing links will give you something that looks like something. So they'll spell Microsoft, but they'll take one of the O's and change it to a zero. So a quick eye, you'll just translate it as Microsoft and you go, oh, that's safe, and you'll click it and you won't be at Microsoft. So things like that I pay attention to. So if you're using one of those browsers, take a look and make sure that you're tight and that all of your coin or NFTs assets, digital assets are there. There was a hack on Solana Wormhole. Now it's not Solana; it's a wormhole that connects Solana to other platforms. Apparently, they were able to snatch not Solana coin, but 80,000 ETH, give or take. I think that's a little bit over $200 million. So that's something to think about. So hackers are going after different aspects of cryptocurrencies all over the place. So you have to be mindful of what you're doing, how you're doing it. Um, Cardano, I told you a while ago that I believe Cardano is going to make some big moves this year, and they are. And to that end, they've made another big move. They've now proposed a new upgrade to the platform that will give it more memory, more speed. So that more memory, more speed leads to scalability. So this is what they're trying to do. So if you remember, you're looking at Cardano and you're like, oh, it hasn't done anything in such a long time, and all of a sudden, boom, here's Cardano making moves. So that's something else. And I think that when they do that, they'll reap a reward down the road, which is why, yes, I do hold Cardano. Um, you've got a Russian agency that actually says there is about 16.5 trillion rubles worth of cryptocurrency being held collectively by Russians. 16.5 trillion rubles. So you saw all that back and forth, before, with Russia saying this, the Russian bank saying this, and Putin saying that. Well, it starts to come through. Okay, I see what you're doing here. I see why you're doing it. Got it. The next one is crypto derivatives, risky area. Apparently, traders are piling on because they can see big gains in that space. And apparently it's up while normal trading is down about 30%. And not only is it up, but it's up to an all-time high. So that's something to consider. So I think that, yeah, you have a whole bunch of people that don't really understand the space, taking advantage of the space, having fun with the space, but they really don't know it. They're not looking at it from an investment perspective. They're looking at it from a numbers perspective. So, that's something else to keep in mind. And that also tells me, I tell you all of this news because when I look at this, when I scour and I'm looking for different tidbits and different things that, can tell me something, I look at it and it just gives me more faith that cryptocurrency is here to stay. And there's more utility yet to even be tapped when it comes to cryptocurrency. So that's something that I look at. Here's something really cool. Wharton, one of the best schools in the world, is joined a list of schools that are going to be accepting cryptocurrency for their blockchain program for tuition. That's kind of cool. But the biggest news that I have tonight, yeah, we all know Amazon, killed their numbers. Snap did well. Even Pinterest did well. Even though Pinterest user base is dropping, they still did well. I look at those things because, Pinterest, Snap are basically Snap is a communications platform. Pinterest is more of a social media platform, and Amazon is a retail space. Again, I'm just looking for things that tell me that there are reasons why things go up and how that might affect the cryptocurrency market, or why companies like those might start looking at the cryptocurrency market because there are things that they can do. So just paying attention to what could affect our space, right? Um, but the coolest thing I saw today, a new NFT platform called OurSong being launched by, or was launched by, John Legend. It's going to enable people to take their art, stories, books, whatever, art, and create tokens at them, tokenize them, create NFTs, and obviously make money from those NFTs. Here's what's even better. They're going after the mass market with this, in that you will not have to have, or not, they will not require you to have a crypto wallet. So is it, I haven't looked at it yet, but I would think that it's some kind of an exchange house where they would do it for you. They have everything there that would flip everything, and then send you, translate, transfer the money over to you, all that good stuff. So I haven't seen it yet, but that is ultimately crazy cool because it's something I had been thinking about for a while. Um, but it also makes me stop and think about, well, if I can take my music and I can publish it there, I can market it there, which of course means I can market it, wherever. How how much longer do record companies have? What's their usefulness if I'm now going direct to the consumer? Think about that. So, eons ago when I was a kid, I was involved in music, and you had to spill blood just to get in front of an A&R director. So when I look at that, I'm like, wow, that's huger than huge. So John Legend doing something like that could really disrupt the space, like really disrupt the space. I mean, imagine, I know people that have dropped NFTs, that a single NFT made them a few $1,000s, and you sit there and you just go, wow. So imagine what you'd be able to do. You sell an NFT that has your artwork or whatever it is attached to it, and then you can also provide, as a part of that NFT, entrance into someplace else that would let them listen to unpublished works. Just as an example, that is big. I rant about this because I write music, I write lyrics, I write poetry. Okay, fine. Um, so just imagine being able to do that. I think that's crazy cool. That's just flipping awesome. So hats off to John Legend and his crew for getting that out there. I'm definitely going to want to check that out. With that, let's hit the numbers, right? Because there's actually a lot going on in that space. So right here, I'm just looking at the winners and losers for the day. This gets updated every 60 seconds, give or take, right? And I scan this, and I've shown this to you before, and I scan this just to see, who's doing what. Do I see anything that really pops out at me? You know, and you see a few. But what I'm also looking at is, here are all the losers, 11%, 7%, and that's like within a 24-hour period. And then here are all the winners. And I'm paying attention to what I see, like the ones that I know, right? So this is taken from the top 250 coins. So we're taking the top 250 coins and looking to see who are the biggest winners, who are the biggest losers, and there you have it. Am I going to pay attention to SafeMoon? No, not going to pay attention to SafeMoon. Just not. Um, but I am going to pay attention to other things. You have HBAR, which is Hedera. They're up 7%. That's a big deal. Terra Luna is up over 5%, over 5.5% actually. So you start to take a look at all of these different things, and you start to say, wow, maybe there's a play here, right? Maybe there's a play for me here. So you start to pay attention to these things. And this is how I pick out, this is one of the ways that I pick out what's going on, what's not going on. But don't think that I just take a look at who the winners are. I'm also paying attention to who the losers are. And why is that? It's because you might catch something that's on sale. You might just, out of the blue, catch something that, whoa, they're down a lot. So you go in and you snatch it, right? You just go in and, oh, there's a hero. I'm going to snatch up some hero. Oh, hero was down 7% today. That could be a win. But you can see how the percentage lost, it doesn't compare right now to the percentage gained out of the top 250 coins, right? We took the top 250 coins and we selected the top 25, right? Winners and losers. So that's something that we're paying attention to. So you can see across the board, mostly it's doing exactly what I told you it was going to do. It's still bouncing within a certain space. As a matter of fact, BTC down below 37,000. I don't care. I don't care. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do care because it's my money, but I don't care because it's staying within a certain range and it's ready to explode going up. And it's not just Bitcoin, right? It's not just Bitcoin. Just a week ago, you had Ethereum down at 2,400, even below that. So you have opportunities that happen. Looking at Cardano again, like I said, I think Cardano is going to pop. Is that a big move? Not really. But here's Luna Terra, and you can go, wow, Luna's popping. But then you sit there and you kind of go, well, Eddie's talking about all this stuff, but man, if I was in on Luna, yesterday I could be, up 4.5%. That's actually a lot of money, right? You drop enough money. That's more than you'll make with your bank over the course of a year. Yeah, that's right. Let that wash over you. It's more than you'll make with your bank over the course of a year. I know it's more than what I make off my bank in a regular account, but that's a big move. So the same way that things can move up, they can move low. And right now we're in a low lull right now. So I'm not looking for anything spectacular at the moment, but I am ready for things to pop up. And do I think by the end of this month things will be better? That's highly possible. It's highly possible, from my perspective. What we're supposed to do is go look at, again, with the logging in. You got to be kidding me. Oh, I must have changed IP addresses. That's cool. So overall performance of the portfolio is down 21%. That bites. But again, I'm looking at, well, do we have any buying opportunities? SHIB, love me some SHIB. We're still up 170% on this one. Not mad, but still, we're down 62% on Gala. You're looking at big numbers here that we're really down. This is the only bright spot, and that's because we bought so long ago that it was down at that time. But I'm still looking, and I'm saying to myself, these are opportunities. These are buying opportunities. Look at crypto.com. I think crypto.com is still, for me, a buying opportunity. A market cap of over $10 billion, and they're at 39 cents. Their all-time high was 95 cents. They're growing. The more states they get picked up in, like I know they're trying to get into New York. I know they're trying to get into other states. The more states that they can get into, the more competition they bring to a place like, to a service like Coinbase. That's the big boy on the market. So Binance isn't in New York technically. Binance.us, not in New York. Can't have it. So the more places where they can get into, the more news that they're going to make, and the more that their price will go up. So these are the things that I'm paying attention to as I look at this down market. To me, it's a sale. Everything's a sale. I feel like I'm looking at discounts all over the place, but you just want to know what you're doing. You know, like I told you before, we're looking at, you know, NFTs, and we've got an NFT up on OpenSea. We're about to launch a brand new collection of NFTs. It's nostalgic, real deal New York City nostalgia. I think people are going to be into that. So as soon as we launch that, I'll let you guys know, and I'll put it out there. That's my dog getting into trouble. His name is Stitch. And that's my son yelling at him. Anyway, this is Eddie J on crypto. Don't forget, smash the likes, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification so that you know when I'm going to drop another video. Hope you're having a great day.